Hey guys, so today I'm just gonna be taking you through a what I eat in a day. Today is Thursday and tomorrow I have clinical. I always have clinicals on Friday. So I'm just going to be getting prepared for clinical, which I have tomorrow. So I'm going to be doing just homework and just packing up everything I need to pack up for clinical since I have to be there at 6:30. So today I'll just walk you through everything I eat. I normally eat the same things every single day. I only really change up my dinners. So what you see for breakfast and what you see for my lunch is normally what I eat every single day. I rarely ever change it up just because it's super easy. But dinners, I always change up. So tonight I'll be making dinner with my boyfriend, which you will see later on. And then I'll also take you through snacks and meals that I take with me to clinical, as well as how I prepare myself the night before for my clinicals, so you guys can see that. Hopefully it will help you guys out. And then yeah, so I'm just going to take you guys throughout my day. I'll also show you any homework I'm doing throughout today so you see what that is like. None of my homework is really due till Monday, but normally after clinical, we have a lot of clinical homework assignments, which I will show you guys soon, maybe in this video, maybe in the next. And then, so I'm gonna try and get some homework done today so I have less to do during the weekend. I'm actually gonna be going to Jackson with my boyfriend this weekend, and we are going to go and visit his parents. That's where his parents' house is at. It's super nice. I'll try and get some clips of that for you guys because I seriously love it up there, and I'm sure you guys would too. So yeah, I'm just going to be taking you guys throughout my day, and then I might extend this vlog for it to include the weekend, and then maybe I'll just wrap it up after the weekend. But I also have an exam coming up next weekend, so maybe I can include some study tips in there for you guys of how I study in nursing school. But yeah, basically just going to be a little bit longer of a vlog. Include my meals, include study tips, maybe include a little vlog going to Jackson with my boyfriend, seeing his family, and then just like getting ready for clinicals. So I hope you guys like it, and stay tuned. Give this video a thumbs up. Please hit the subscribe button. I would love that. Comment below any videos you'd like to see in the future, and that's it, guys. See you in the next clip. So here's the finished product. I ended up putting about 1 tablespoon of cookie butter into my oatmeal, and then I ended up topping off the eggs and sausage with this cheese from Trader Joe's. And then I always drink this liquid collagen in the morning with a glass of water. I get this from Costco, and it comes in about a 40 pack for $20, and it tastes super good. And then this is just the finished product. So I just cut some pineapple up. One of my favorite things to snack on throughout the week, just at any time, whether it be before breakfast, after dinner for like a dessert, is fruit. I love fruit. I always switch it up, different kinds of fruit. So I also have some blueberries here that I've been snacking on throughout the week. And I also got cherries, which I had already finished. But I'll also sometimes get strawberries, raspberries, watermelon. One thing I've really been loving right now is mango. I got mangoes last week, but pineapples always are a staple. And then blueberries just have a lot of antioxidants in them, and they're super easy to snack on. So I love those. You can even put those in yogurt, which I love. So there's that. And now I'm just going to warm up my lunch. And this is the soy sauce I'm just gonna throw on top of the ground beef and white rice that I will throw in a clip of me prepping. I prepped this yesterday, so I will throw in a clip of how I prep these meals, and yeah. Okay, so my ground beef is done, and then the rice was also done. Cooked that for 3 minutes, and then I just used this half a cup to measure out my rice, and then I used this scale to measure out 4 ounces of beef. And then for the meal prepping for my week, I just place it into these containers, and I will show you the finished product. I didn't quite have enough meat to get all of these 4 ounces. Normally I do 2 packs of this, so I'm gonna have to cook another one, but you get the gist. And then the reason why I do 4 ounces is because if you look at the container, serving size is 4 ounces, and then you have 4 fat per serving, and then you have 21 grams of protein, 0 carbs. And yeah, that's normally what my meal preps look like. And then I'll just throw some soy sauce on it, and it's good to go. Hey guys, so it's about 7:30 and we are heading to the gym. We're gonna hit some back today, and then I just figured I'd show you my little pre-gym snack. I'm just gonna eat one of these. It's about 16 carbs, so it's an easy, quick carb source. And yeah, we're just heading to the gym right now. Got our masks. Got your mask?
Yeah, in my pocket.
See you in the next clip. So for dinners this week, me and my boyfriend decided to order some HelloFresh meals. We ordered 4 meals, and then this is our last one, the barbecue pork burgers. Right here, it takes 10 minutes to cook or prep, 35 minutes to cook, and then they have all the instructions right here, so you know exactly what to do. They provide all the ingredients for you, which makes it super easy for us, so it's less grocery shopping. Being nursing students, sometimes it's just really convenient to have meals ready to go. And then I also just added 2 artichokes just so they don't go bad. We had those from our grocery shop, so I just added those in there. A few of the other meals that we made this week was the lemon chive chicken. That one was super good. It had the chicken, mashed potatoes, and carrots. And then another meal that we made was this pork sausage and roasted bell pepper pasta. That one was also super good. And then the last one that we made was this creamy Parmesan chicken spaghetti. Really loved it. All their meals are super good, super convenient. We do this occasionally every now and then just to like change things up, get new meal ideas, and it's just super convenient. They'd also do promos all the time, which is why we do it, because then you get like $20 off your order, and sharing it between me and him, it's actually pretty non-expensive, and it's just super convenient. Highly recommend. And then now we're gonna eat our artichokes, and then we just have a side of mayo that we like to dip the artichokes in. It's super good. Alright guys, it is time for bed now. I just laid all my clinical stuff out, and I'm going to show you basically how I get prepared the night before clinical. It's nothing crazy, but I just like to have my stuff laid out so it's just ready to go. Make sure I don't really forget anything and that I am fully prepared. So I will show you what that looks like right now. So this is basically the setup every single night that I set out before clinical. I just do this so that everything's here, ready to go, and I just don't forget anything. This is just what's easy for me. So obviously I have my scrubs laid out, and then I have my socks. I really love these compression socks. They really help being on your feet all day. They really can help decrease like any varicose veins and stuff like that. That you can get from standing for long periods of time. So that's the reason why I really like these. Definitely want to prevent varicose veins, and they just really promote blood flow. I also now have to bring safety glasses to the hospital, so we have to wear these as well as a mask. However, my clinical professor will provide us with a mask, so that's why I don't have one laying out. And then I just have my chapstick. I also have my scrunchie. This one is like my hospital scrunchie because it matches my scrubs. And then I have my badge laying out. This is very important. Always make sure you have this like with you when you're in the hospital. Make sure you don't forget it when you go to the hospital, because this is the way that we are identified. And for some people, I think this is even like what scans you into the hospital, probably when you're actually a nurse. So you definitely don't want to forget that, because then you can't go to work. So yeah, always bring that. And then I just have like my stethoscope case here, because I will just throw my stethoscope in my pockets, my pens in my pockets, my light in my pocket, and then these scissors in my pocket so that I'm just ready to go. And then I'll just close this up and put it in my backpack, which is down there. That is my backpack is fully ready to go too. And then since I'm going to Jackson, I have my bag packed over there. So yeah, everything is ready. Totally almost forgot to mention this since it was behind me on my bed. I just filled it up with new iPass sheets, and then this is something I will also throw in my pockets in the morning because I just like to have this already. I like to have everything in my pockets just when I get to the hospital. It's basically like rush, we get our assignments, we go to our floors right away, and then I don't want to be in the break room taking time away trying to get everything all set up. So I just do this before I even get to the hospital, and that's what I've found to be the most convenient for me, is just throwing everything in your pockets when you're home. So then yeah, I just put 5 iPass sheets here because sometimes we'll get up to 5 to 6 patients, so then I do that. And then also something new I started doing, which I thought I would share with you guys, is now I am putting my med list in here. Hold on, let me try and take it off of here for you so I can show you guys. So now I'm putting my med list in this clipboard, which I have found to be kind of helpful since we have to do a med list on one of our patients. So then I just find this super easy organization, so then I like basically get everything that I need. So I make sure when I'm there, I'm looking at the patient's charts, I get their medication, write down basically as many as you can, and then make sure you're writing the dose, route, and time. It's clearly time for me to go to bed. The dose, route, and time. And then I write down the indications while I'm in there too. And then basically when I get home, I just have to do this half of the sheet. I just leave that for later, but I do these first 3 rows while I'm in the hospital because I obviously need to know their medication. I obviously need to know the dose, route, and time, and I obviously need to know the indication of why this patient is taking it. And since I'm now passing meds, this is something I need to know anyways. So yeah, I've just found this sheet to be very helpful to bring with me to the hospital. And then you can also put on here like the time that the patient needs to receive the meds, if that's helpful for you to be organized. Lately, something I've been doing is just flipping this sheet over, and then I've been writing down, I've seen my nurses do this, so that's how I got the idea, so I figured I'll share it with you. So basically, you would write, say, room 1 here, room 2, room 3, room 4. And then you would look at your patient's charts, and then so look at room 1, go look on their MAR, so their medication administration record, go look on their MAR and see when they have meds due, and write all of them down. So write all the meds down that are due for room 1, and then do the same thing for room 2 when you're looking at their chart. Write down all of the meds that they're due and what time. So you make sure you give those meds when they need to be given. And then same thing for 3, look at their chart, make sure you write down their meds, and then same thing for room 4. Okay? So that's basically how I've been organizing my medications. I found that to be really helpful because then it just helps me feel more of a flow. Figured I would just flip the camera and talk to you guys since I was kind of explaining it so you guys could see my face and feel like you're actually talking to me. But yeah, so I've just seen the past few times I'm in the hospital, I've seen my nurses kind of do something like that. They obviously each have their each little way of doing it, but last week one of my nurses did it like that, and I really thought it was super convenient. So I think that I'm going to start doing that every single week, because now that I'm passing meds, last week was my first week passing meds. I gave oral meds and I also did an IV push. We're also cleared to do NG tube meds, but yes, and now that I'm giving meds, I feel like it's really important to make sure I have all the meds organized and laid out just to make sure I don't miss any, and I know that all the times they need to be given. And then it also helps me to know why I need to be giving these meds to those patients, because obviously you need to know that. So yeah, that is very helpful, and I hope that that kind of helped you guys understand like what I do when I'm in the hospital. And then you guys kind of got to see my iPass sheet that I use. I use an iPass sheet, but when I do verbals, I kind of do it in the SBAR format. So I go situation, background assessment, and then recommendations. So that is the format I give my verbal in. I just find it easier and it just makes more sense. But I really like that iPass sheet. I just feel like it nails everything that I need in the hospital. It's the easiest sheet for me to use, and I've learned it. I know it like the back of my head. So when I'm getting the morning report from the nurses, I know exactly where things need to go. So yeah, that is what I recommend, is just finding a sheet that works for you and just sticking with it, because you'll get it down eventually, and then when you're hearing morning report, it will be super easy. But yeah, now I'm just gonna go to bed, and I will see you guys maybe in the morning. Bye. Good morning, guys. It is Friday. Today is my clinical. It's 6 o'clock. I'm heading out, but before I go, I thought I would show you guys what I'm taking to clinical snack-wise. I'm taking a Verb energy bar. I love these because they're super small and they have 65 milligrams of caffeine, so they're perfect to hold me over. And then I'm taking a Go-Go Squeeze apple banana flavor just to snack on, and then I'm also taking a protein shake. And then my friend's gonna be meeting us and in the morning, and he's gonna be dropping off a Starbucks for me, so that will be freaking great. Love that. But yeah, I'm just heading out now, and then I'll keep you guys posted on my day. Good morning, guys. It is Sunday afternoon, and I'm working on some clinical homework. I thought I would share with you what I'm doing so you know what is expected of us, and just so you guys can kind of get a glimpse into what my homework looks like at my nursing program. So I'll give you guys a quick look right now. So looking at my web campus, these are this is a homework assignment that I need to do for my patho class. It is an ATI assignment with a quiz, and then we also have to do a narrated PowerPoint where we watch a video and take notes on it, and those are both due tomorrow. And then this is an in-class activity. This is my exam that I'll have Wednesday. I also have more assignments due Monday, but they just don't show because they show next week. So if I go to that class, then go to assignments, you'll see it here. So this is where I'm going to be turning in my clinical assignments. So this is my last week's, and then we'll just resubmit this week's. So this is where I have to turn in my weekly journal, my med list, my article, and my annotated article. So I'll give you a peek at what my medication list looked like this week. I already finished it. I did 6 medications. We have to at least do 6 medications. So the medications that my patient was on was ibuprofen, Colace, simethicone, Ambien, Percocet, and Zofran. So I did those medications. And basically you have to include the dose, route, time, indication for why the patient's receiving the medication, the MOA, which I get from Micromedics. It's an app in the App Store. Highly recommend. It's free. Side effects, so adverse effects, pre, post, admin. So what you assess for pre and then after giving the med, and then contraindications right here. So there's that. That's my med list. Those generally take about like an hour and a half, sometimes 2 depending on how many. And then here is my weekly journal. So we would talk about like what went well this week, what went less well, things we want to improve on, and what our goals are, stuff like that. And then now I'm working on my annotating of my article. So this is what it looks like. We have to have a legend with these titles for our highlights, and then we just highlight all throughout the article, which I have not finished yet, but I will. And then after I finish highlighting it, reading it, I will write on a Word doc how it relates to my patient, and I will show you guys how I do that. So here's my article write-up, and I kind of cut out the top part because it has some information about my patient. It doesn't violate HIPAA or anything like that, but it's just information I feel like doesn't need to be out there anyways. So you get the gist of the assignment. So like the beginning part is like basically a mini report on the patient, and then the middle part explains like why you chose the article, explains about the article, the results, and just like a little brief summary of like why you chose the article and all about the article. And then you just include the limitations within the article and strengths for the article. So that is basically that. And then now our professor wants us to include like socioeconomics. So this is our second week including socioeconomics. So that is why I included that there. We just have to include it on one of our documents throughout the week. So we are now including that. Moving into level 3, we really are going to be focusing on the socioeconomic aspects of healthcare. So here is the finished product after highlighting my article. Here is the legend like I showed you. It has the highlights in the title, so personal annotations, the strengths, weaknesses, important findings, and my methods. This is the article I chose this week, and we have to choose articles that relate to one of the patients that we had this week, and this one is on postpartum depression. So here's what my highlights look like all throughout my article. I use my iPad to do this, and it's really helpful. And then I just airdrop it into my computer to submit it. And this is what my highlights look like. This generally takes me anywhere from like an hour, probably like about an hour to do, maybe less than that. Just depends how long the article is. I try to move pretty quick, but I also need to read it because we have to do an article write-up on it. So here's the last homework assignment I had to do. It was a quiz for my maternal child class. So it says quiz 1 because this class was split into 2 portions. The first portion of the class we were learning about pediatrics, and now we're moving into the second portion of the class, which focuses on mom and baby. So it was a 20-question quiz, which took me 49 minutes. I got a score of 23.33 out of 25, which I'm very happy with. So the time limit was 50 minutes. I would definitely say I didn't need to spend the whole 49 minutes on it. However, I was just taking my time because I knew I wasn't going to be able to go back and look at any of my questions to fix any answers. A lot of the nursing programs only allow you to move forward during your exams, since the NCLEX is not going to allow you to go back and change answers. It only lets you move forward. So that is why our nursing program does a lot of our exams and quizzes like that, just to get us prepared for the NCLEX. But yeah, that was basically all my homework for the weekend, and I hoped that showing you guys helped you guys out a little bit so you guys know what my weekends look like and what my homework looks like in the nursing program. Hey guys, so I just started working on my study guide for my exam, and I figured I would show you guys what it looks like so far, and this is just the only study method that I'm using to study for this exam, so I'll show you it right now. So basically, I just created my own study guide by looking at the PowerPoints and looking at the student learning objectives. I ended up writing out the student learning objectives, and then I typed them into a Google Doc, and then I went through the PowerPoints just like this, right next to my Google Doc, and typed in all the important information that I found from the PowerPoint into the Google Doc on that topic. So this is kind of what my Google Doc looks like, and then throughout the lecture my teacher highlights things in yellow, which tends to be the things that she wants us to focus on, so I just highlighted them in yellow in my document as well, just so I know like these are the topics she wants us to focus on. But also the thing I like about creating the Google Doc and putting it into my own words is that I get to compress the information on and focus it onto what's really important. So that's basically one whole section, and then that marks the new section. So it's probably about 2 pages, maybe 3. And then that completes 1 chapter, and I'm gonna do this for 4. My mom just got here with my brother and Tally. We haven't seen them in over a month, so we're gonna go see them. Are you excited to see them? Mm-hmm. We haven't seen them in how long? How long has it been? A couple months. Hi, baby.
She's excited to see
Hi, baby girl. What's up, Nelson?
What's up?
What's up?
How you doing?
Love ya.
Why is this on video recording?
Oh my goodness. You're going on the vlog.
A vlog?
Mom.
Sick.
Hi.
Hi, baby. What are you doing?
Are you thirsty? We need a drink.
You gotta say hi, Mom.
Hi. Where's my other lipstick go?
What's up, honey?
Oh, because everything's closed down and has nice tabs.
Oh, that's so nice.
They going like walks to one and in bike rides and stuff.
Oh my god, well if they ever want to get rid of any of them, you better tell me.
Oh my God.
Because I would buy off them before they let it go.
You're so hot, huh?
He called the guy and he's like, I know, it's like, you just got it done in like 4 rounds.
You made a mess.
He's like,
What are you
"No,
doing?
You know, you guys don't ride them hard.
Oh, you're so cute.
He reveals the picture too. They're just a Clincal thing that
Oh my
I've been
god.
a couple years.
Oh.
Wasn't he doing like weight too? He did his sissy squats with weight.
So I'm going to show you guys a few clips around the backyard and show you the greenhouse and just what we're growing in our garden and everything like that. And then I'll take you down the hill and also show you the watermelon and little pumpkin patch we're growing. It's so cute. I love this place. It's so beautiful right now. But I'll show you around really quick. So here's the backyard. That's the shed. And then this is the greenhouse. And we also have another cage right there with a bunch of greenery growing in there. That's just mainly to keep the deers out because they will eat it. But what we have growing in here is sweet potatoes. So these 3 are sweet potatoes, which grow all the way up. And then there's 3 more sweet potatoes, which will eventually grow all the way up, but they're about halfway right now. And then we also have a summer squash growing in here. That's what it is, the flying saucer. And then we have, I forget what this one is. Is it thyme? I don't know. I don't think it's thyme. I forget what that one is. And then we have strawberries growing back there. And then here's the flying saucer. You can kind of see where it's growing right here. That's one of them. And then they'll keep growing where the flowers are. So there's another one back there too. And then we have more sweet potatoes growing in these bags. And then we have carrots right here, a bunch of carrots. Oh my goodness. So that's carrots. And then once you see orange coming up is when we'll pick them. And then we have this Hawaiian bamboo orchid that we got a seed from Hawaii for, and then this plant. And then here's more strawberries, which we have some growing. Another one right there. Then we have cabbage. And then this is just a greenery plant, which they're growing, and then they'll replant it. But that's the greenhouse, and everything's doing really good in the hay bales. And in here we're growing zucchini, cucumber, and tomatoes. So right here we have the cucumbers, and then there's one more down here. Those are the cucumbers, and then we have a zucchini growing right there. And then we have the tomatoes, which are growing like crazy as well. It's amazing. There's another one. So amazing. And then we have some flowers planted in the box as well. It's so beautiful though. Everything. And then this little area we're growing basil, and also the plant on the top is for red mini bell peppers. And then back there we have an avocado tree. And then yeah, that's just a little cute sitting area. Super cute.
So I know, yeah, you're supposed to have a meeting.
Right, exactly.
And they would tell me, oh, go in, and if worst comes to worst, just find a house, fill it up.
This is the pumpkin.
Hey, this is in 1978, you know. But I was stealing water. I'm a criminal.
And then this is watermelon.
I was always constantly
I'm not. Oh my god.
For the automatic water, I put a drip system in.
Right in front of you underneath.
There's one right here. Oh yeah, another one right here.
And a baby.
Battery down.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, right there.
Do it manually.
How cute.
Oh my gosh.
And there's a baby over here.
Oh, there's one over there too. Oh my goodness, we have so many.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. There's another one.
There was a little baby on this guy. Right here.
Oh, oh my gosh. He's starting.
Yeah, he's cute.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yes, you go.
That's craziness.
So I just got back into town last night, and when I got back in town, me and my boyfriend just whipped up a quick little dinner, and then I just continued to study till I went to bed. Now today I'm just going to continue studying for my exam that I have tomorrow at 9 a.m. That is in my med-surg theory class. And then after I take that, I'll be able to relax and kick back for a little bit, continue just prioritizing other classes. But until then, I figured I would just wrap up this vlog, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please click the thumbs up, and then don't forget to subscribe so you guys can see future videos. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys were able to take away some helpful tips and tricks with me this weekend for studying or just getting to see what homework is like in the nursing program. It's definitely hard work, and it can be busy, and you have to work on your time management, but it is definitely manageable, and you guys can do it. Trust me. If anybody can do it, you can do it. So stay focused, and you guys got this. Thanks, guys. Bye.